20 ordinands have been made deacons in the Anglican Diocese of Awka by the Bishop of the Diocese and Archbishop Province of the Niger, Most Reverend Alexander Ibezim. The ordination service, which took place at the Chapel of Redemption, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, during the Trinity Diaconate ordination, saw other bishops, members of the clergy, and the legal team of the diocese, led by the Chancellor, Justice O.J. Okeke, in attendance. Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, there's us more.
Started with different oaths such as oaths of allegiance to God, submission to synod, and oaths of canonical obedience, and were exposed to the ministry of deacons in the Church of Christ. Speaking shortly after their ordination, Archbishop Ibezim explained that all the ordained have undergone the requisite training and have been chosen by God to expand his kingdom. He pointed them to the challenges and difficulties in spreading the gospel and charged them not to relent but to depend on God who called them, as he would strengthen for his service.
It's God that is sending them for this assignment. They will not fail God, because the journey is not an easy journey.
In a sermon, the retreatant and ordination preacher, Venerable Chris Obodo, who spoke on the topic, "On this rock I will build my church," explained that priests are vehicles for the accomplishment of God's purpose for the church, and asked the newly ordained to work according to Christ's precepts in order to fulfill his purpose in their lifetime.
Competency is of God, who had made us able ministers of the new covenant. Not of the letter, but of the spirit.
For the president of the women's ministry in the diocese and in the province of the Niger, Dr. Mrs. Mata Ibezim, the wives of the newly ordained were also called alongside their husbands, and therefore they should be steadfast in prayers, support the ministry of their husbands, be role models to other women. Welcoming their visitors, the acting vice chancellor, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Professor Carol Umobi, said that God has used Most Reverend Ibezim to expand his kingdom through soul winning and in the transformation of Awka Diocese. In their separate speeches, some of the newly ordained deacons, Reverend Nwabwanne Mekowulu, Chukwuka Izwanne, and Oyinye Chukwu Ezwe, promised to spread undiluted gospel of Christ and to bring men back to God.